The story of Fast and Furious started in Vibe magazine.
Wow, in New York, right?
In New York, it was an article
in
Vibe in 1998, in May of '98.
That's right. Vin was telling me about that.
Yeah.
And that was the conversation we had in making a decision to shoot in New York. He said, people always think because, we had our headquarters set up in Los Angeles that it was all about LA street racing, but it was about New York street racing.
Exactly.
And they shifted it.
Yep.
So that's part of the reason why we brought it to New York.
And making that decision, just understanding like how New York streets are, the main long roads are the ones that are like West Side Highway and FDR. Coming up with like the themes for the movements of the cars and everything, what were you trying to accomplish?
The thing is, we know it's a challenge to just drive 5 miles an hour in New York City. So, to have a car chase and car race in New York City, in Manhattan, to go through Times Square, most people would think, well, that's impossible.
Right.
But that's why you go to the movies.
That's why you do it.
We did it. And so if you want to see some of the craziest chasing and racing with these phenomenal cars, custom cars, we destroy Bentleys and Lambos and Benzes and stuff like that, and vintage cars in Cuba, Manhattan, Germany, Russia, Iceland. This is the movie to see. So we take the impossible, we make it possible, therefore it's entertaining for you.
What are you most impressed by that you were able to get over in the storyline and in the visuals? Well,
I'm impressed by the fact that they were bold enough to go with Dom going dark, because the movies have always been about the family against the world.
Yep.
The fact that they were bold enough to say, okay, now it's time for the family to break apart, that's great storytelling to me.
Yeah.
And I'm also impressed with the performances, man. There's always humor in my movies. I like to think pretty good with drama, which this movie has. It's the performances that I'm impressed with as well. I think everybody takes it to the next level, and I think people will feel that.
And what do you feel that you brought to the franchise now, being a part of it?
You know what? I think that, my focus was just to make sure people felt like, okay, this is fresh. This is not the same as the first 7, which, had a certain look, feel, and tone. I bring a certain tone because it is somewhat dramatic. In certain areas, it's a different story. Dom turns into Darth Vader, man. So, I'm gonna put my spin on it. And I think, my humor, you laughed in Strata Compton.
Yes.
You laughed with Friday.
Yep.
And so you can't really escape that in my movies, and I think I added a little extra, that little extra special sauce in this too.
That's what's up. And do you feel like the Show Me What You Got video kind of helped you get ready for this?
I think that between Show Me What You Got, which we shot in Monaco with Jay-Z, with those fast cars, with Danica Patrick and Dale Earnhardt Jr., and maybe the Italian Job too, that probably helped a little bit. I think between those two, that kind of set me up for this one.